Okay, I am at a site that my friend Kevin Hodgson asked me and other people to come to. Maybe not me specifically, but ask a community of people to come to if they were interested. So I did. It's the Internet Archive of the Decentralized Web Summit, which sounds interesting to me, maybe not to you, but it got my attention. That was the hook for me. Anything decentralized, uh, emphasizing the commons is something I'm interested in thinking about over Christmas break. So, first, let me get rid of the donor challenge here, which I recommend you give to Internet Archive, uh, and then introduce you to Web Recorder. Now, Web Recorder records whatever you look at on the web, including videos that are on there. So some of these can get rather large, but they're served up somewhere else, so it's quite easy to use them. So the first thing I did was I was interested in um, these the folks who were doing this. Who did this, and um, I looked down here and I saw Mindy Sue right here. So what I did was I looked her up, and she's an archivist for this. And this is some of the stuff that she's been archiving, almost exclusively working on the Decentralized Web Summit. Back to the Web Summit, or actually, this is I clicked to the About part of the page. So I'm a little eclectic in how I do things, and I'm just kind of wandering around. Here's a rock I turned over. Um, I also am interested in this guy right here, Jeff Kaplan, because he's the original archivist for this, which probably took a lot of work. So I'm interested in people who are willing to take on work. I think that's one of my filters and biases. And this is Jeff Kaplan. And some of the stuff I don't understand. You got all these items in here, and some of them are zero. Uh, so the guy's pretty active, real polymath. All right, so back to the Internet Archive. So, I like to have a home base to touch to. In this case, I went to the collections. I must have done something else. I must have done something from the previous page. I can't remember quite what. Um, and I'm interested in looking at the how many different kinds of collections there are here. So there's a 2016 one. Just let it go. Books, free books. Everybody likes free books. Oh, I'm at there are 19, almost 20 million, close to 20 million ebooks and text on the Internet Archive. I don't really want to search through that. What I want to look at is the books that are, within this collection. And you can click on any of these and find some books. Back to the collection, and I start looking for videos over here. And the one I find is what I'm most interested in is the one that Kevin pointed to me originally, which is this one. The cool thing about this is I can, what this web recorder does is it downloads everything. So you're thinking, well, it's going to have to reload. Well, it's reloading pretty fast. So I can move ahead if I want to. Click ahead here. Go here. So it's all part of it. So if this site were to be down, it's still there. All that is saved as a file. That video is saved as a file. I went back and I looked at another video. This one's the Moonshot Challenge. What could you do to decentralize scientific journal articles? And this is a fascinating group of people who are doing some pretty cool things. Now, I've kind of ripped through this pretty quickly, so But here's a list of names of people. So I've started going and looking into them, like Denis Navaroff and Juan Benet. And you'll see that right here in the next part of the search, because this is a search for Juan Benet. And back, and a search for Denis Navaroff. So, I like connecting to people. I like hearing what people have to say. Here's another talk that I went to. Emily Jacoby, Tools of Solidarity. Of course, you caught me with the word solidarity. I love that word. And especially in remote environments. How do you use this stuff when you're not really close to the grid? And so that directed me to some really interesting things that she's doing with digital democracy here. So I didn't include that here. There were some side trips that I took that I didn't include here. Some little feld gangs on the side. Another one, lightning talks. I love lightning talks whenever they occur at somewhere, at a conference. Back to the Internet Archive, decentralization. Looking again for something cool, and I find Carissa McKelvey's talk on the Web of the Commons, and this is the whole reason for going on this field walk right here. I highly recommend this. This is awesome talk. I'll be coming back to it because it really is key to decentralization is the idea of a commons and of having rules for the commons. Back to the Internet Archive. See, that's one of my strategies. I come and I go. Looking for more stuff, and I find the Forager worksheet, which is really pretty cool. I've not seen one of these, but they're a perfect idea for anybody running a conference. Well, that's it. I can go back to the beginning here, walk back home, donate something here, and I'm good. That's my Feldgang for this. Make of it what you will. My director's cut for the Internet Archive. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for sending me here. Quite a walk.